Hey guys, Techie here to talk about, well, my version of Optimus Prime for the JETSTREAM on the Tabletop game, which happens every 2 weeks, and, well, if you're not keeping up to date with it, you really should. We've passed episode 25. Anyway, I'm thinking of glossing over a lot of my typical boring notes, because really here, the design is kind of the more important part, and that is what I feel I really need to focus on. You know, I could go on about the number of iterative designs I had to do and all that, which, yeah, is important, but it's also important to understand how I came to a certain design, more than why did I try out all these other designs. Concern with Optimus Prime is that he is such an iconic character that every canon kinda has the same sort of Optimus Prime, where he's some sort of leader, some sort of general, some sort of commander. He's always in some sort of role of authority, and the problem with being able to talk to the big bot directly is that the big bot can make some big noise. So I kinda, for the sake of the game, wanted to downgrade him a bit. But I wasn't sure how until I started really thinking about his design and thinking about things I wanted for the character. I wanted to make it so it made sense that this character couldn't give the order and he'll have a squad of Autobots show up. But how do you do that? It's Optimus Prime. Well, simple. He's Optimus Prime. See, in G1, he originally was a bot known as Orion Pax, who was reformatted into Optimus Prime. I focused on that bit and went, well, okay, so we have someone who was made for combat. Well, what else is made for combat? Well, a soldier is technically made for combat. But then you really have to start thinking, because Cybertronians aren't just a single form. They're two forms, usually. And their vehicle form is just as important as their robot form. See, a Seeker usually has a jet form because, well, that's the form that suits their personality. A medic Cybertronian would probably have a medical vehicle as a form because that suits their personality. But then we have the unique case of Orion Pax becoming Optimus Prime and ending up with this heavy truck design. And that got me thinking about things like armored vehicles and tanks. And what happens to those after the war? Well, if they've done something important, like they were a key piece in a big battle or something, usually they become like museum pieces, or get honored in some way. But they're usually then just put to one side. And that really got me thinking, what if the war is over? What happens to Optimus Prime when the other primes go, okay, you've done your job as commander of the Autobots, you know, help deal with the Decepticons, we'll just, you know, thank you very much for your service. Then what? They're gonna just relegate him into a political position, because, you know, they don't need the army anymore, they don't need a commander. Meanwhile, you have Optimus Prime sitting there going, great, you've basically gave me a desk job. Having it that Optimus Prime is finding out all this information about the fact that the Decepticon threat isn't really gone. Having the rest of the Primes sit there and go, yeah, rogue Decepticons are a thing, but we're dealing with those. So, that's the thing. Most bots will still look at Optimus Prime like he's a leader. Like he was really important. He is really important. But anyone higher up would sit there and go, but he's a relic now. He's not needed. He was made for the war, you know, we'll honor him still, because, you know, what he did was very important, but he's always gonna have that one-track mind. When you're a hammer, every problem looks like a nail. We don't need that in an era of peace. And this is what bled into the design of Optimus Prime. My canon's Optimus Prime. I wanted the feeling of this warrior that was older and world-weary. And, you know, not like a sleek sports car, not a very organic shape. That's why I focused a lot more on squares and angles and such, only putting in the circles where I need them, which was mainly his head. If you actually look over his design, there's very few usage of circles around. I said, he's a grizzled commander. He's been through the war, and he doesn't know what to do now. Because before, he used to have armies. Now, they railroad him. They tell him that the war's over. That, you know, He's imagining things, to the point where even he probably thinks he's a bit paranoid. And then we have Retrowave and Jetstream giving him information that has him sit there and go, well, turns out I was right all along, and I don't like the fact that I was right. And that's why I came up with this particular version of Optimus Prime. I wanted the older warrior feel. I wanted him to be basic. I wanted him to scream his G1 counterpart a bit. He was made for the war. He was forged by it. And now the war is over, and they're trying to tell him to sit down, to stop being active, to stand down. So, yeah. I know, I'm getting very passionate about this design, but it's really important to me because of just how iconic this character is. I really wanted to put my own spin on him, make him special. So, yeah. Not really much left to say. I figured I'd just keep this one short and sweet because, really, it's Optimus Prime. What more can I say about him? Except for all the unique things I'm trying to put into my version of the character. That said, please, let me know your thoughts, especially concerning my redesigns of some of these characters, because I would love to hear the feedback. I would love to hear maybe there's a particular direction that you guys might want me to take other characters. I know I've been eyeing Perceptor for a while. That could be an interesting project. I don't think he has a Robots in Disguise counterpart. And with that, if you've gotten this far in the video, and you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest you do. That way you keep up to date with JETSTREAM on the Tabletop and our other videos. We actually have a few reviews coming up, and well, and with that, I've been Techie, and you've been fantastic, and I will see you all next time. And again, remember, like, subscribe, hit the bell, pat the cat, and, I don't know, give JETSTREAM a cookie. She's been playing Sunderman lately. I think she's lost in the woods still.